What do you think about the quote, treat others how you would like to be treated? I said this recently to somebody and they reacted like this.
That is really high expectations. To expect someone to treat you the same way you treat them is really not fair for the other person.
To my surprise, that was the response. But I was like, no, I don't expect anything. I do this like a moral compass within myself. If I want love, I will be love. If I want kindness, I will give kindness. If I want care, I will give care. Treating others how you would like to be treated is a way of attracting that energy. As life is a synergy of energy, what you give out is what you get back. I definitely do not treat others with the expectations of you treat me how I treat you. That's how I want my life. No, not at all. Because the intentions is then not genuine. And people can smell ungenuine and authenticity from a mile away, and therefore if you do things out of these expectations, it definitely will not come back, as life is about being that authenticness, and once you are in that authenticity, it will be reciprocated to you. And I definitely have no expectations, even though I am going to treat someone really nice and kind with knowing that they'll treat me negatively and mean. I still am going to stand in myself, which is nice and kind. I am not gonna expect anything from them. However, along the way of their journey, they will remember our interaction and be like, hey, that person treated me really nicely and I treated them mean. That may influence them to be nice as well. It's not about receiving that instant gratification in that moment, but it's more about having the ability to be your true kind self no matter the circumstances, because one day it will come back to you with 101 folds of blessings from the universe of who you have been and what you have been doing. It definitely comes back. And if it's not in how people treat us, it's definitely in other ways like abundance and blessings. I landed a job, and with this though, the funny story is like I was at this event, and being at this event there was this girl. She was like, I've had this for a year, this witch mist. My friend gifted this to me. I don't really believe in it, but today I'm gonna try it out. She said her intentions like, oh, I would love to make a workshop. And she sprayed the mist, and that workshop came to her. She was like, oh my gosh, this stuff works. So she's like, would you like to try some? And with this, I was like, yeah, sure, I will give it a go. And so I got this mist. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna set in the intentions and I'll speak it loudly. I will trust the universe and trust how things will come out and turn out. That night, I decided I want to work at this place. I really want to work at this place. So I tried to speak to the manager to get a job here, and then they referred me to the club owner. And then with this, I'm like, great, cool. And then on the way home, I decided to drop by another club that I normally go to. And there I was standing there like waiting for the entrance to clear out so I can go out. And then the manager at this club is like, hey Moon, would you like to be the cloak person of the club? You know, all you need to do is, take $5, hang their coat, give them their ticket. And then on top of that, you can also edit videos while you're in that corner. You do what you want and get paid for being here, as you're actually here quite often. You might as well get paid doing what you love doing. And I was like, the witch mist came true! I manifested a job by just being, and this was such a highlight of my day, feeling so like, yay, life is working out, you gotta just trust. And yeah, I'm super happy with this outcome and this result. And with that being said, at the end of the day, I feel like it plays a lot with how I treat others, like even though I don't get that same treatment, not that I expect it, but the way I treat others is with a lot of my authentic kindness and love and care, regardless of the person and circumstances. I give a lot of care when I'm interacting with people, and it really brings trust not only from me with them, but them with me. And with this, things work out because our life is based on trust so much that we don't really talk about or realize. So if we're not going to trust someone or the circumstances, it's not going to flow. There's going to be resistance within this experience. Within situations, you know, like you're having a meeting, you're wanting to build a connection with someone. If you don't trust them or trust the situation, there's going to be a lot of resistance and friction within that interaction, and therefore it won't go smoothly and it won't have a positive outcome. But if you really trust it, it really then is able to like entwine, and it will definitely work out with so much positivity because you trusted the situation. And that has been my discovery this week, my friends. That's definitely such a joyous moment for me to come to this trust. I admit I struggled with trust a lot growing up and into adulthood, and recently now I feel like I shouldn't force things to happen. I should let things be, and whatever happens will happen with its truthfulness, you know. Like, I've always been the one that made things happen. I've always been the one to put all the efforts in and put all this energy within connections, within work, within everything that I'm doing. I've always been the one to do it. But the past few months, I definitely have taken a step back on forcing things to happen and allowing things to happen. And it works out so much more smoothly for myself as well, because I didn't ask for this job. This job came to me, and when it came to me, I feel so much gratitude and appreciation of the job than I would if I were to be actively trying to get this job. And when I get the job, I'll be like, oh, okay, this is it. But the fact that it was given to me, I feel like this greater purpose and responsibility to make it awesome. And that for me is somewhere I really like to flow in rather than forcing things. I'm really now like, I'm able to be myself within the situation. I don't have to be a certain way to get that job. I was simply myself and got given this job. Yay! Like, that is so much, wow, amazing feelings within myself that I cannot explain. And it's truly has been a really beautiful experience. Honestly, if you're sending out good intentions, good vibes to people, it will definitely come back. If you haven't noticed, I've been making the music from scratch, beginning to end, to really fulfill in the vibe of the video. On top of that, my current emotions is within this video. So thank you so much for listening and tuning in. See you in the next one.